So, oh my goodness, that sync. That sync, that is what I'm expecting here. I'm expecting some serious sync from start to finish. Very, very close stuff. Alright, so, a brief mention of the category as we start out. For those of you who are just joining us and have not been keeping up with the tourney so far, this is 100% no woob. So 100% means they will be picking up all the heart containers, all the dungeon items, all the upgrades including inventory upgrades and level 2 items, and 20 of the 26 secret seashells needed to get the level 2 sword. Speaking of level 2 sword, they're both on their way to the beach right now to get the level 1 sword, and they're actually taking slightly different routes to get it, which is kind of interesting. Aulos opting for the left-hand side, Bamboo opting for the damage boost, getting the slightly faster sword, but the difference between the two strats is frames. It's fine. Oh, Aulos, unfortunately. There we go. There we go. Got a little bit worried there. So they're getting the sword a little bit early here, saving themselves part of a cutscene, and now it's time to immediately start doing some crimes, see if they can duplicate some rupees. You saw Bamboo do it right there, in fact. If a rupee lands on Link and his shield, or his Link and his sword, the game lets you pick it up twice. And now they're saving and quitting to go back and get up to 10, because they need 10 immediately. And oh my goodness, Bamboo just having spectacular... Both of them having such good rupee luck! Aulos and Bamboo both going into the shop sub 140. That is a real strong start from both of them. Now it's time to see how good they are at doing real crimes. Well, they did the crime, but they can't do the time. All they can do is just get Palpatined here. Oh my goodness. But don't worry, it's not all about crimes here in Link's Awakening DX. Actually, I'm lying, of course. Now they're just going to buy these bombs and not pay for them, because the save and quit menu is incredibly useful. Now just do one more thievery here. Now it's time to do what we really intended to do with these 10 rupees, and that's go down to the trendy game and do some gambling. Oh, Bamboo almost managing to avoid hit the dog. Unfortunately, a little bit of animal cruelty there. Giving Aulos the slight edge in time here. Both of them going to be getting the powder here, not the Yoshi doll, because the trading sequence is a waste of time, and we'll be coming back to that one later. Alright, now you saw me talking a little bit about that save and quit menu. It's actually incredibly important, not just because this category allows saving and quitting, which is some fun for some overworld and dungeon warping, but also because the save and quit menu lets you do things like buy bombs for free, skip text boxes, and in some cases, skip cutscenes. So keep your eyes peeled for nonsense involving that menu throughout this run. Speaking of nonsense, you may not even realize it. Heck, I didn't realize it for the longest time, but both Aulos and Bamboo already have the most powerful item in the game. And they're going to be taking advantage of it here in a moment. The lowly bomb is the most powerful item. In fact, you saw Aulos actually try to use the bomb right here. He has one fewer. If you drop bombs on a screen transition, the game actually will trigger cutscenes on whatever screen you're on. He tried to use it right there to skip that owl cutscene, and now they'll both be using it right here. Uh-oh. Aulos having a little bit of trouble. Bamboo as well. Oh gosh, Bamboo managing to use a menu buffer to pull it off. Dropping 2 bombs within 4 frames lets you trigger events and cutscenes. Just like that, they're able to skip that whole Terran bouncing around the room thing. Just not have to deal with any of that nonsense involving the mushroom and the hag. Nah, none of that. Level 1 key, let's go. We're on our way to the Tail Cave. The early game goes by pretty darn quickly in this game because of nonsense involving bomb triggers and the like. And with that, both of them are heading into Dungeon 1. Now, the bow becomes incredibly useful. You saw them steal that. The bow is very much a late-game item. The game doesn't expect you to have 980 rupees, but we don't need them, because we know how to steal things. And it's useful for 2 things. You're going to see Aulos, first of all, skip that text box there, and now use bombs and arrows to bomb arrow this wall here, blowing it up instantaneously. Bow and arrow lets, if you have bombs and arrows at the same time, the game lets you attach a bomb to the end of an arrow. We're pretty sure this is actually developer intended, not 100% sure, but I mean, it's not a frame perfect trick, it's incredibly generous, so we're just assuming the game is designed for that. But it lets you blow things up immediately instead of having to wait for that fuse, and we love time saves. I mean, I don't know what you expected, we're speedrunners. And with that, they are on their way to pick up the other incredibly broken item in this game, the Rock's Feather. That's right, a 2D Zelda that lets you jump? What madness is this? This isn't madness, this is Link's Awakening DX, and they're going to be immediately taking advantage of this. Get through this room very quickly here. And something else now. You may have been seeing both of them push up against the corners of things to kind of clip into the wall a little bit. It's a minor movement optimization, but it has some other really fun uses here. You're going to see it right here in aulos' screen. Clips into the wall, jumps into it, arrows away, and lets him do a super jump, as they're called. Basically, when you're clipped into the wall, even a few pixels, and you jump in, then kind of do that, then attack outward, the game thinks you're one level higher than you are and lets you jump down, even though you're not actually up. It makes sense in some weird, bizarre Zelda logic way. And more nonsense with the bow. This mini-boss, whose name I can't even remember because he's not important. Two arrows, he's done. Nalo's facing off against the true final boss of the game here in Dungeon 1. Moldorm. The troll from Hera's Tower, Link to the Past, is back again, and he is no less of a troll. I'm not even joking. Moldorm is one of the hardest bosses in the game, and he's right here at the beginning. Both of them having excellently good time of it, not getting knocked down in the pit and just getting 4 quick hits, sending him packing. Both of them holding their cellos above their head, just like in a real-life string quartet. Oh my god. Keeping it real close. That's exactly what I like to see. Both sub-7 D1s. Really, really good so far. Alright, so the owl coming back to info dump on us. I don't know, I guess the owl's really bored and needs a friend. Well, sorry, owl, but we're not going to be your friend. We have places to go, things to do, mechanics to break. And that, they're going to be on their way to go rescue our best friend. These kids are here to let you know that Bow Wow has been kidnapped. Thankfully, this is Japanese 1.0, so we can just push the B button and tell those kids to stop talking. The adults are busy. But before we do that, we have to make some detours. This is 100% after all. You see aulos take advantage of the shenanigans with the Rock's Feather to jump across while spin slashing, get 50 rupees there, and also super jump to get this piece of heart early. The game wants you to use the power bracelet, but screw that. We got places to go, things to do. Save and quit back out. On our way. Bamboo also doing a nice clean super jump on the first try there. Also on his way. Alright, now the one last thing they're going to have to do before they head off to rescue Bow Wow is one of the things that was added in DX, actually, and that's the photo mechanic. Because y'all remember the Game Boy printer, right? Yeah, me neither. This mouse has bought in deep to the Game Boy printer hype, and Nintendo has him by the walnuts. And so he's going to take your picture here. He's already taken a picture of you stealing from the shop, and there are 10 other pictures that both Bamboo and aulos have to get throughout the run. So they're going to be taking a few detours, and we'll be seeing our mousy friend again in order to fill out that album, because without 12 pictures, you don't have 100%. Alright, aulos going down into the Moblin's den, having a little bit of trouble with their movement. Okay, still pulling off 2 spin slashes. That's about what you'd like to get in that room. Now here he is, King Moblin. A little bit of dancing, a little bit of clever attacking. He can be able to finish him off in 2 rounds here. So far, so good. Bamboo also fighting King Moblin here. Oh, aulos! If he had taken a split second longer there, he might have had to take a 3rd round. Thankfully, pulling it off. And there he is. There he is. Our best friend, the destroyer of worlds, the eater of things that should not be eaten. Bow Wow joins the melee. I mean, joins the team. Alright, aulos jumping into that corner. I don't think he quite got it. Nope, he's trying to use the text box to push through that corner between the block and the tree. It's called a flock clip. It's a little bit finicky. There he goes. Gets it 3rd try. Bamboo can gain some time back if he gets it on the 1st try. He does get it 1st try. Gaining a few seconds back there. Now it's up to Bow Wow. Is Bow Wow feeling hangry? Oh, he is so hungry for Bamboo that Bamboo gets into D2 first. The lead has changed. Bow Wow, the great equalizer that we all deserve. And here we go, into Dungeon 2. This is where things start getting a little bit more interesting. Dungeon 2 is pretty straightforward, but it's got some cool tricks in it. Ooh, Aulos putting on his bow early. Trying to save those menus. In this game, since you only have 2 buttons on the Game Boy Color, even the sword doesn't have a dedicated button. So you have to go into the menu anytime you want to change things out. And optimizing your menus is one of the most important parts of running this game fast, and Aulos putting on that bow early. Alright, now both of them are about to do some more shenanigans with the bow here in a bit. Oh gosh, Aulos taking a tumble. We're gonna lose some time here. And Bamboo menacing that statue with a bow. That was Hinox. Binox. 2 arrows he's done. Aulos doing it so fast he doesn't even give the music a time to change. My gosh. And they're not even done with the bow yet. Both of them expecting to do the fast strat in the room with the ghosts. The game wants you to kind of kill them both, or you can just push them off screen. Because if they're off screen, the game's like, yeah, it's close enough. Oh, Bamboo actually opting to do both of them opting to do the old sword strat, which is a little bit slower, and Aulos having a little bit of trouble there. Unfortunately, giving Bamboo time to pull ahead by a few more seconds. Looks like Aulos exited the room earlier than he wanted to, causing him to have to reset the room. But now Bamboo coming into the obnoxious room of the dungeon. You gotta kill these enemies in a specific order, and that's... Stalfos does not like to play nice, but he cooperates for Bamboo. Let's see how it goes for Aulos here. Oh gosh, Stalfos, he's getting out of the way. This looks good. Ooh, gotta be careful. If he gets above you, you can hit him with a pot if you're not careful. Alright, both of them getting that nightmare key on their way to fight the genie. Now, if you play this game casually, you might remember this genie. He has a bottle, and you have to throw it against the wall 3 times, and he throws a bunch of fireballs at you. It's a terrible fight. It's an awful, terrible, miserable fight. Thankfully, this is one of the fights that changes the most by having fun speed strats. So, Bamboo and Aulos, they're both just going to go through the first phase of the fight like normal. Just kind of dodge some fireballs and pick up the pot, but they're going to clip into the wall before they throw it, and the pot has nowhere to go, so it just kind of explodes after one throw, which is great. And the second phase involves some teleportation and nonsense, but turns out, hit it with 2 bombs and it's gone. And you remember what I said about bomb arrows, so 1 bomb arrow, hold this, get the heck out. The genie is done for, Bamboo has sent him packing. Aulos about to do the same here, putting down that bomb, and here he comes with that bomb arrow. Kabow! Bamboo with his conch horn, and Aulos about to get one for himself. Moving through this game so fast. Alright. So, we're going to keep going through the dungeons in order right now. D3, but once again, it is time for a little detour. So we're going to use some Bamboo doing a bit of wall clipping here to get around that flower. Bow Wow eating the flower because Bow Wow loves Bamboo apparently, and it's just making things easier for him. But we're doing this for a reason. That's because this game actually does have fast travel. Unfortunately, it's not the hype duck of Link to the Past. It is magical pits. I'm serious, it's magical pits. However, you have to see the magical pit before it'll work, so Bamboo and Aulos are going to take this really big detour, passing by D4 here. Just take a look at that pit, you saw it right there, then save and quit back to the entrance of D2. Now, some would say that it's not worth it, but the fact of the matter is, that detour is massive, and it'll save you about a second of rather than having to walk up there later. And I'm expecting both Bamboo and Aulos to be doing the current modern the most current strat, so yeah, they're going to be popping in here to pay a visit to the Mad Batter. Now, the Mad Batter is home to what I like to call the menu boss, because the Mad Batter will increase one of your 3 items capacity, but you want to get the bomb increase, because right now both their bomb counts are low and they need a lot of bombs, but he always offers you the powder first. They got to make sure to say no, and then yes. Bamboo beating the menu boss soundly, getting himself 60 bombs. Oh yeah, that's what we like to see. Aulos also doing the same, not getting that powder. Thankfully, even if you do get the powder, it's not a complete loss. The run's not dead, but it's definitely going to be a lot more challenging. All they gotta do now is make sure that their arrows hold out until the next time they meet the Mad Batter to get the arrow upgrade. And yes, now you saw them Bamboo go down to get that seashell in the chest, aulos doing the same. Now they're going to both take a little detour into the graveyard here and dig up this bush. Just like that. Get another seashell. There's a reason for this. A routing change that we actually had right before the start of this tournament. The Seashell Mansion, which is the place where you go to get that level 2 sword, actually gives you 2 free gifts. Some sort of, buyer's program, like get your sleeve punched, get an extra cup of coffee sort of thing. Except instead of extra cups of coffee, you get extra seashells. We used to only get 1. Now we go there for both gifts. So that required a little bit of rerouting. Uh-oh. Bamboo may have fired that too early. Oh, Bow Wow blocking the bomb arrow. He's got to be careful. He's got plenty of bombs, but his arrow count is limited at this point in the game. So having to use an extra arrow there is... Oh, Bamboo almost forgetting a very important photo that can actually be missed. That's bad news. Losing a little bit of time, giving aulos a chance to catch up. And here we go, both of them going up to get the Richard picture. This is Richard. It's his castle, too. He's kind of a jerk, so we're not going to help him get his castle back, but we still need to take a picture with him. This picture can be missed. If you go to Dungeon 3 without taking this picture, you cannot come back and get it, so it's a good thing Bamboo remembered. Alright, everybody, smile for the camera. Wait, Richard, you have a sword? You're not even going in there? What kind of a... I'm shaking my head, Richard. I am shaking my head. But enough head shaking, because now it's time for the Seashell Mansion. Watch out for the goats. They are... Oh, God, that sword goat is always out for blood. Alright, Bamboo and aulos going in here to get their 5 seashell gift, putting them at 6 seashells. And both of them making good use of the save and quit menu to skip a text box and start heading down to the villa skip. So Richard wants you to go get some golden leaves from his castle and do a bunch of stuff to go get the D3 key. Alternatively, we can do some shenanigans with this pit here, so... Oh, Bamboo getting the 1 buffer! Wow! That is not easy to do. Both runners are at the mercy of global frame rules on this. They have to jump against the ledge and just start pause buffering, hoping for the minimum number of pauses, and Bamboo getting it on 1 buffer. That's amazing. And with that, they're able to skip all that nonsense with Canalet Castle and go get the D3 key immediately, just like that. A little detour here to get a seashell, and they're both on their way to Dungeon 3. My God. That was ridiculous. So anyways, hi Richard, we were in your basement. So long, nerd. Let me tell you, the shenanigans aren't going to stop yet. Now we're about to see them both do what we like to call a Jesus jump. Turns out, if you jump on the same frame you would fall into the water, you can actually just jump again. Not drown. And if you do it on a screen transition like Bamboo's doing here, with a few pause buffers, then you can go to the next screen. And then with a save and quit buffer, kabow, out you go. Grabbing this seashell, having to save yourself a trip of having to come back with the flippers, because that just takes forever. And just like that, transition down, aulos right behind him, and insert the key into the wrong side of the keyhole. Just like in real life. Here we are, Key Cavern, Dungeon 3, let's go! Alright, so... one downside, unfortunately, to having a no-woob category as opposed to a no-save-and-quit category like the tournament last year is that we don't get to see Piece of Power very much, which is one of the fun routing things in no-squoob. However, Dungeon 3 just has so many gosh darn enemies in it that we actually have a chance to murder the 30 needed to get Piece of Power to drop, because save and quit resets that counter. So that's why you're seeing Bamboo and aulos take time to kill extra enemies in here. They're trying to get that kill count up to 30, and it should appear in about 2 rooms ahead of where Bamboo is now. Just in time. Here we go. Perfect. There's that Piece of Power. Let's him move faster, attack stronger, and just be the ultimate Link. Oh! aulos getting it in that same room, and Bamboo pulling off the Dodongo skip. aulos about to do it here as well. Very nice. That one's a bit rough. You gotta set up for it quickly. If you don't set up quickly enough or bounce off the Dodongo quite right, you can get stuck in the wall. Neither of them getting stuck, both of them moving forward, already on their way to get the Nightmare Key, taking full advantage of optimal menuing and that extra piece of power speed, already on his way to Slime Eye BambooShadow, aulos not far behind. But first, Kill some more Zools. Do one more Dodongo skip. Come on, Bamboo. 2 for 2. Oh, no! Bamboo mech setting it up. Aulos, here's his chance to catch up. Saving some time. Bamboo getting it second try. Can Aulos get it first try? Yes, he can! Seconds gained back. Flop clip past this key block here. Both of them, the gap is closed. We could charge that block. Nah, no time for that. Charge jump across that. Go past that piranha plant. 2 rooms until Slime Eye. Here we go. Alright, bit of a menu buffer here to skip Slime Eye's text box. Very nice. Piece of power makes this boss easier. Gives you some double damage. Split him up. 1 hit, 2 hit. Have him fall right on your sword. Bamboo does it easy peasy. Aulos does it easy peasy. Both of them, look at this. Look at this. Fewer than 5 seconds apart. Both of them picking up that bell. D3 in the books, keeping it close. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. Oh man, I'm loving it. Whew, need a moment. Alright, but it doesn't stop here. Leaving D3, it's already picking up again. It's time for more seashells. We're going to be going back to that seashell mansion, but first, a couple of things. Come right up here, take advantage of that shovel, dig up a seashell right here. Gee, I wonder why there's a hole in the grass. Subtlety? No subtlety here. This is Zelda. And you might remember they both blew open a cave here along the way. Well, it's time to go in there. Let's see if there's a challenging trick to see if they can break these crystals before the spark gets them. Bamboo gets it. Both of them getting it. What clean movement. That is actually very difficult to do. Get some bomb arrows going. Blow open the wall here to get the Prima Strategy Guide piece of heart here. And now it's time for some more save and quit shenanigans. Unfortunately, this means we're not going to get to see Terran chased by bees because he deserves it. So here we're going to see both of them walk up, talk to Terran, and do 2 save and quits in order to skip the bee cutscene. Just like that. Wait, did Aulos only do 1 save and quit? Okay, no, he got it. I miscounted. Getting that honeycomb. Yeah, so we just skipped the first several steps of the trade sequence here. Turns out that since the game figures you had to go all the way up through the bananas and the Kiki and the stick in order to even go into Dungeon 3, well, it doesn't even check to see if you have the stick, just assumes you do. And so we skip straight forward to the honeycomb, both of them getting their 10th shell right here next to the Seashell Mansion, and getting that 10 seashell gift. And just like that, we're not going to be seeing the Seashell Mansion again until the 20 seashells for the level 2 sword. My god, they're both so close to each other. Once again, getting the gift right next to each other. Oh, Bamboo! Doing some swag. Whoa, Bamboo! Doing the swag charge. Everybody, put your swords in the air like you just don't care. And now already, 12 seashells right here, the 12th shell. Taking out some aggressions on those stupid goats. I don't like them either, Bamboo. I hear ya. I hear ya. On their way to the animal village. And don't think we're going to completely neglect the trade sequence, because right now we're going to go take this delightful honeycomb, give it to a bear. Not because we actually want the pineapple, although the pineapple is delicious. I love me some pineapple. But actually because it turns out talking to the bear after the pineapple cutscene is what you have to do in order to make Marin appear on the beach. And we need Marin here, because remember, we have to have all the photographs. And we do, and Marin has several exclusive photos you can only have if she's with you. So now they're both going to be teleporting back to Maybe Village in order to take care of some more business, take Bow Wow back home, and then it's date time. Oh yes, this game has it all. This game has it all. It has walking on water, it has gambling, it has thievery, it has the Force, it has hot dates, it has dreams inside dreams, it has magical talking space fish. This game has it all. And here we see Aulos doing a naked super jump with his clothes on. That's how skilled he is. And Bamboo as well. Oh my god, look at them go. Keeping it family friendly even when they're naked. I'm impressed. But they picked up the ocarina from the dream sequence, because apparently music is a dream even within a dream. And now both of them on their way to do a little bit more side quest shenanigans. Wow, it's almost like you're playing a Yakuza game in 2D. Time to go fishing. But there's a reason for this, I assure you. turns out that big fish right near the, right under Link actually has a piece of heart in him. So they're both going to have to catch that small fish to get out of the way, and then catch that big fish, or lunker as they call him in English. If that means something rude in another English dialect or in the UK, I apologize. And just like that, Aulos getting himself that big piece. And Bamboo... Oh, Bamboo having a little bit of trouble. Aulos pulling ahead on that alone. Which is kind of funny, because last I checked, Bamboo has the Fish the Pond world record in meme categories, and he has just been passed in fishing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Unfortunately, we say farewell to our friend Bow Wow here, but that's only because we need this picture. So, alright, Link, Bow Wow, smile for the camera, give us a big ol' grin. Perfect. Link was never seen again. Oh, did Sagas take the Fish the Pond world record? Oh, okay. My bad. And this is Old Man Elrira, who is afraid to go out of his house. He only talks to you on the telephone. Which, honestly, I think that phone booths date this game more than just about anything else, including the graphics. Alright, let's go back toward Dungeon 1. There is a tree here, and this tree has a seashell in it, just like a real tree. And then with that seashell in hand, Aulos is on his way to visit Marin, have his hot date. BambooShadow will be following soon. Oh my god, those Octoroks! Those Octoroks do not want him to get that seashell. Alright, now the most important question here. Two very important questions. One, what will Aulos do before talking to Marin? Is he going to go charge the sea? He's just going to talk to her from the side. What's Bamboo going to do? And alright, here we go. Oh my god, look at this! So the seagulls. Seagulls, their movement, their locations, completely random. And Aulos started out with one... Ooh, Bamboo! Indulging me with that nut touch. Thank you, Bamboo! Alright. Oh my gosh, both of them getting seagulls all the way to the left. That's something you don't see too much. That lone seagull. Come on, seagull, come on over here and be friends. Otherwise, the RNG for the rest of the game could be terrible. What a relaxing moment. And Aulos interrupting Link holding Marin above his head because, well, I don't know. Alright, time to jump down the well, and if you ever get the chance playing this game, I highly encourage actually going to check out the album after this picture that you see Aulos taking here, because it's frankly hilarious. The face Link makes when Marin lands on his head is, it is something else. Alright, now both of them getting those Marin-specific pictures on their hot date. Aulos heading on down to the beach to have a nice moment looking out over the sea. Now, a lot of folks will tell you that Link is not happy to be here, judging by his face, but, once again, if you go look at the picture later, he's all smiles, and Marin is pointing out over the sea, as if she's talking about where she would like to go someday. Because that's actually part of the story, believe it or not. Alright, now it's time for the final picture, the most important picture, the sharing a moment. Unfortunately, Terran did not learn his lesson being chased by bees, so here he is, going to, well, I told you kids to leave room for Jesus. Sorry, Terran. Both of them are giving him a nasty look if you go look at the photo album. The point is, if you play this game casually, go look at the photo album at the end of the game. The photos are great. Alright, unfortunately, since this is a speed run, this is also a speed date. So the date is over. We do not get to spend more time with Marin. We don't get to take her to the trendy game where she picks up the man and drags him with a claw. We don't get to do any of those other fun things. Now it's just time to wake up the walrus. I promise I'm being literal. That is not a euphemism for anything. Now, as it turns out, even though we can do it the developer-intended way, bomb triggering the walrus cutscene is still faster, so we're going to see Aulos do it right there. And I'm probably going to see Bamboo do it on the left side as well. It's also possible to do it on the top side of the screen, but left side is, I want to say a tiny bit faster, although it's pretty negligible, honestly. Just like that. Bamboo having to do the extra buffer, unfortunately, because of subpixel nonsense. Now, fun thing, this is actually a soft lock point in any percent, because Marin's not with you. But in this category, you're fine, because when the game comes in and starts looking for Marin, there she is. Alright, but the bomb triggers don't stop now, because you can also use it to pick things up. You're gonna see Aulos will go up through the screen, drop the bombs, and pick up that heart piece all the way from across the room. Thank you, bombs. This game brought to you by bombs, apparently. Alright, Aulos already on his way into the desert while Bamboo getting that piece of heart. Now, desert is where we get the D4 key. It is being guarded by an empty room that plays boss music. Unfortunately, the room has had a traumatic experience with arrows, and we know this, so we're just going to fire a few arrows into the room, and the room is just going to scream in terror and drop the key for us. There it is. No problem. Now we go down to the basement, blow up a wall, and hey, it's another heart piece. There's no rhyme or reason to where these things are. They're just kind of scattered about. And let's see if if Bamboo manages to skip the music. Very nice. Just screams, no music. Sounds like a horror game, kind of, actually. That's no good. Alright, but anyways, Aulos, on his way to pick up this secret seashell, gonna save and quit back up to the door. Now it's time for a cutscene that's near and dear to my heart, because we have the ocarina, but if you try playing it right now, Link has no idea how to play the ocarina, because his instrument of choice is the bomb, not the ocarina. So, he needs to learn. And who better to teach him than the only character in this island who can apparently sing? I'm, of course, talking about Marin. So, I'm going to go learn the Ballad of the Windfish. The real Ballad of the Windfish, not that weird whatever the heck it is from Majora's Mask. Here we go. And both of them getting the music at the same time. It's still so close. Yeah, so I just have to wait for Marin to finish talking. She tells you to think of me whenever you hear this song, and I don't know about you, but I always do. This game has a very special place in my heart. And with that D4 key, it's time to go up and open Dungeon 4 and go into the fish's mouth. That's not a euphemism, it's a literal thing. So here we go. Everybody say hello. It's the fish. Look at him. Look at him. He's got his hands in the air waving hello. That's Dungeon 4. No, really. But once again, it's time for errands, because Link is a responsible boy and he knows he has to get 100%. So, gonna make a brief detour up in the mountains. Gonna get themselves another seashell and get another picture. Now, normally the game wants you to have the flippers to do that, but we don't have the flippers, but we do have Jesus jumping, so look forward to that. But first, Aulos has to set up for the most important trick of the run. And it looks good. He gets the obstacle skip. He gets to keep his talking privileges in the Discord. So, oh, Aulos not popping into the... Oh, could it be? Oh, could it be? Is Aulos going to do it? Is he going to do it? Oh my goodness, I think we might be... Oh! Oh, he's going for early rooster skip! Oh, this is gonna be good. So first things first. You're gonna see Bamboo pop into this cave, because he's not going for it. But he will be doing the same thing that Aulos is doing here, getting this seashell, going on to the next screen, and... Oh my god! What's the sword doing over there? So that's I don't think we can call that butt sword, but the photographer is nonetheless confused and takes a tumble. So here we go, Aulos saving and quitting, and here we go. It's time for early rooster skip. This is a trick we normally do before Dungeon 7, but recently it's been discovered if you do it here, it saves you a few seconds. It's a lot harder here, but Aulos is going for it anyway. He has to go up here, and do some shenanigans involving... It's very similar to Villa Skip in that you have to wait for the frame on which you would fall, and then do nonsense with the shovel, and... Uh-oh. He took the reset. He took the reset. He didn't get the position he needed. That's why this trick is so difficult, because your positioning has to be just so, otherwise it won't work. Unfortunately, this is going to let Bamboo take the lead, as Bamboo is already heading into Dungeon 4. Alright, aulos is in better shape here. He's going to be moving forward. Yes, he's got the positioning. He just has to get that frame. There it is. Just has to get the shovel. Come on, aulos. There's the... Okay. So far, so good. Just gotta do the jump. He gets it! He gets it! He gets early Rooster Skip. Unfortunately, having it be second try means that Bamboo has taken the lead, already moving through Dungeon 4. Now, he's gonna gain back some time later, because Bamboo will have to do Rooster Skip at the normal time, but... he's definitely lost time with that extra reset, so I'd say that right now Bamboo is most likely in the lead. So both of them in Dungeon 4. Bamboo about to go get himself a flipper. Only one, because the game is too cheap to give you two. But that's alright, Link's a strong boy. He has one leg that's very muscular, the other one that's just kind of, I guess, less so. Just like that, already most of the way done with Dungeon 4. Just one last trick to go. You could do some 2D sections to go get the Nightmare Key, but nah, why do that when you can just do super jumps? So we're just going to move these pots, and there's a pea hat there. Going to let it fly up a little bit, and then bounce off it in the air. Up we go. Just like that, Nightmare Key. And now it's time for something that we call a boss, question mark? Yeah, this is the last thing for which they're really going to need to worry about arrow count in order to do this boss quickly. It's Anglerfish. So, alright, Bamboo, show us how it's done. One hit. 1, 2. That was Anglerfish, everybody. Thanks for playing. And you see, Bamboo only has one arrow left, and that's the last arrow he needs for one bomb arrow before that arrow upgrade, so his arrow count is exact. And his prize for making sashimi out of Anglerfish is the Surf Harp. Which is, this is the sound that plays in my channel whenever someone hosts me. aulos about to do the same thing, getting the quick fall, letting go of that spin attack, 2 bomb arrows, see ya later, Angler Gator? I don't know. Unfortunately, Anglerfish is not a terribly hype boss. He's actually the easiest boss in the game, but you know what is kind of hype? Fish dancing. So everybody, please, sing along if you know the words. And I think you know the words. Oh! Ow! Oh, quality. 2 out of 3 songs, we have Mambo's Mambo. In fact, the only song we'll actually be playing on the ocarina throughout this run. aulos getting it for himself. Unfortunately, not doing it upside down, doing it right side up. But that's okay, though. We don't judge here. Music is very much a personal expression of self. And aulos, I guess, prefers to express himself not upside down. Which is fair, because the blood doesn't rush to your head, and that's just kind of unpleasant. Alright, Bamboo getting that piece of heart there. aulos will be heading on his way to get it there soon. And with that, both of them heading on down to take care of some business. By business, I mean deadly business. Uh-oh. There it is now. Deadly business, your name is Whiny Ghost. So this Whiny Ghost is actually the reason why, for the longest time, speedruns split Dungeon 4 in half, because finishing Dungeon 4 is the flag that makes this ghost spawn, but returning the ghost to his grave gives you a photo, so we have no choice but to deal with the ghost in this category. Alright, stopping to grab this seashell. A very important seashell, which I may or may not have missed in a race. And now it's time for more shenanigans. See that pier? It's a pit! Ta-da! Bomb triggers. So we're skipping most of the rest of the trading sequence here in order to have the fisherman pull a bikini top out of nowhere. And we need this. Surprisingly. Because it turns out that a mermaid has lost it. That's the reason why she doesn't want to swim around. Although if you play this in any other region of the world, you would have probably had to recover a necklace instead. But let's be honest, not wanting to pop up out of the water because of not having your necklace makes a lot less sense than losing your top. So I'd say that realism wins the day on this one. And oh, Bamboo! Ooh, Bamboo going for a little bit of swag there. That trick is actually you skip an entire cutscene where Martha the mermaid starts swimming around, but if you have to kind of eyeball it, there's no good visual cue for it. Now Bamboo going for early magnifying lens, one of the most important tricks of this run, and also the only above-ground super jump you're going to be seeing. He's looking good here. He got a good setup. He's just buffering, and oh, it looks good. All he has to do now is make it across. Uh-oh. He might be too far back. He has to just reset jump. Oh, no! Oh, Bamboo. He unfortunately did not get the distance. If he had gotten a little bit further on that first one, he could have charged out with the Pegasus shoes. Oh, this is the fast one. So with this pattern, if he can get it, the pixel looks good. He just has to buffer now. Aulos trying to kind of eyeball it here, doing it live without the buffers, and Aulos getting it so fast, so clean, has reclaimed the lead. That was magnificent. Wow. That's the thing about that trick. Buffering is 100% consistent as long as you do it the same way every time, but doing it without the buffers is very much doable and faster, but you just gotta believe in yourself. You gotta have that faith. You gotta just have that practice, that feel, and Aulos pulls it off beautifully. Alright, now gonna talk to the fisherman again here in order to get another photo. Yeah, the mouse photographer may have taken a tumble from the mountains, but he's fine. He's right there. It's fine. In fact, Link is going to be so surprised to see him, he's going to knock the fisherman off his own boat. That's pretty inconsiderate, I think. And here we have a photograph of the last moments of a fisherman. Sleep well, sweet prince. And just like that, Aulos on his way to do bottom of South Island cleanup here. Bamboo right behind him, though. Even though the lead has changed, they are still so close. That's Dungeon 5. We'll be back later. Don't worry about it. So there's a few things to take care of on the southern tip of the island. Like I said, just a few more seashells. The most powerful weapon in the game. Some, make fun of a ghost for not being able to clean his house. And the Mad Batter. Yeah, I thought we forgot about him, didn't you? Yeah, so here he is, the ghost. Take a look at his house. You didn't your bed sheets are filthy. You didn't fix your floor. My god, dude. How do you live in these conditions? That's the face of someone who said, I wasn't expecting anyone to visit, and now everyone thinks I'm a slob. Well, man, I don't know what to tell you. Alright, now there's a chest here with 50 rupees, but I don't think either of them are going to go for it, because there's actually a better way to farm rupees coming up here in a bit. But first, with that magnifying lens, they can actually talk to the moblin in this cave, which will allow them to trade the item on the B button for the mighty, mighty boomerang. But wait, I hear you say. The boomerang? You mean that silly thing that goes really slowly and stuns enemies? Well, you might be talking about a normal boomerang. But this isn't just any boomerang. Oh, no, 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 no. This boomerang allows Link to do so many things. It allows Link to one-shot some bosses. It allows Link to kill enemies that are otherwise unkillable. It allows Link to explode bushes. It allows Link to fly across the screen at hitherto unknown speeds. It is, quite frankly, the most ridiculous item in this game. But first, a seashell. And if we are lucky, we will actually get to see a new trick with the boomerang that was discovered not too long ago, like within the last few days. I don't know if Bamboo knows how to do it. Aulos might. But on their way now to visit... Does this room look familiar? It should. It's time for Mad Batter. This time is even more important that they get their menu incorrect, because if they miss the arrow upgrade here, they are in serious trouble. Because arrows are much harder to come by than bombs in this game, and both of them are down to 0 bombs at this point. And looks like Aulos got it, beating that menu boss. Bamboo about to do the same. Looks like he's got it as well. There we go. And now for the second and final use of Mambo's Mambo. And they are on their way now to the other new addition from the DX version of Link's Awakening. It's now time for the Color Dungeon. Or, if you're a cool kid, you'll call it Dungeon Zero. Because that's what the game refers to it as. You look inside it. But first, we gotta return the ghost to his grave and take a picture. Oh god, I'd almost forgotten the owl existed, and I got really excited for a moment there. Ugh. Oh well. Photo time. Those trees still look really weird in this scene, though. Looks like they're kind of melting. So yeah, so thankfully the mouse photographer also has a camera obscura, like from the Fatal Frame series, and is about to exorcise the ghost and get him out of our life forever. So long, ghost. Alright, so now we just have to go get a heart piece in this underground cave. There's a couple ways to do it. Oh, aulos, going for the fancy new boomerang strats. Boomerang lets you actually go through that block. Just like that, get the piece of heart. That bat that used to be a problem, get out of here, bat. Nobody likes you. And man, if only Egon Spengler had had the boomerang, he would not have had to worry about total protonic reversal. He could have just given Gozer a boomerang to the face, and Ghostbusters would have been a much shorter movie. Instead, we just have to deal with that right there. Welcome to the Color Dungeon, folks. The dungeon where the game will actually check if you're playing on a Game Boy Color or not, and then still quiz you on colors, because I don't know. Well, here's a fun thing about this dungeon. Because it was added to the game in the DX version, there's a few things about it that are odd. For example, the state of the dungeon isn't actually saved in cartridge memory. It's saved in system RAM. So, this going through this hole in the wall here, there's a rupee room, which looks very familiar to one from the original Legend of Zelda. But the state of the room is saved in system memory, like I said. So what does that mean? That means... Oh my gosh, aulos unfortunately taking a flight across the country there. What that means, though, is that once they get the Nightmare Key, you're going to see them both do a hard reset. And that's actually going to completely reset that room, and they can collect all those rupees again. Making that the most efficient way to farm rupees, which is good. Because they both need 300 rupees in order to collect the best song later on and get the 100%. Alright, now it's time for aulos to face off against the slime mini-boss here. You have a quick kill for him. Just has to jump right up in his face and throw pocket sand. And he gets the setup, no problem. So long, slime. See you never. Bamboo not doing boomerang strats, which is not a huge time loss, but it's one of those little optimizations that was kind of been discovered recently. And we're going to see aulos get that Nightmare Key, save and quit, and there's the reset. Bamboo right behind him. And now you're going to see him go into that side room, and lo and behold, the rupees will be back. You're also going to see them play pretty fast and loose with arrows here, because now that they have the arrow upgrade and the bomb upgrade, having to worry about items at all, like arrows and bombs, is not an issue. It's a complete non-issue for the rest of the game. We just have so many bombs and arrows. They could just walk down the street dropping them in, like, kids' trick-or-treat bags. I mean, we're talking just a ridiculous surplus. Alright, both of them 300 rupees. We're in good shape. But we're not done with this dungeon yet. They're heading into the most obnoxious room of the dungeon, arguably one of the worst rooms in the game, the bingo room. You gotta make these little ball enemies go to the correct colored holes, and they have a really bad habit of not going where you want. So aulos opting to do the old sword strats. It's a little bit easier to maneuver them around with a boomerang, but you do what you're comfortable with. Oh gosh, aulos in a little bit of trouble there. If Bamboo can have a cleaner room, he can gain some time back here. Oh no, unfortunately getting that blue ball not quite where he wants to go, and forgetting that green is not red. Oh my goodness, Bamboo having some unfortunate trouble with the bingo room here. Well, aulos is already one room away from the boss, if you can call it a boss. And this is the boss. There's something involving colors and patterns, or you can just fire like a bunch of arrows in his face and just call it a day. So yeah, so anyone who's played the Color Dungeon knows that the prize is a tunic of your choice, blue or red. You only have to collect one because you can't collect them both, obviously. It's part of 100%. And there's been a lot of debate as to whether or not red or blue is the best choice. Red has always been the fastest choice, although the gap between red and blue speed-wise has shrunk with recent changes. So nowadays, it's pretty much a matter of preference, although a lot of old-school runners will still opt to go with red. So we see aulos go for red, and I actually expect Bamboo to go for red as well. Yep. Alright, so red tunic basically means they get the attack properties of the Piece of Power, so which means that their sword has knockback, it does extra damage, but it also gives enemies extra invincibility frames, which will actually come into play for the Dungeon 5 boss. But first, they both have a very, very important quest. One would say, could possibly say, the most important quest. They are on a quest to deliver the best music to the world, to the viewing audience that deserves the best music. Now, first things first, they're gonna have to do some dumb jump right here, because you don't have the hook shot, and oh, aulos, unfortunately, doing a dumb jump, but not the correct dumb jump. There we go, second try, nicely done. Okay, now this is the signpost maze. I haven't really talked about that yet. The signpost maze, you gotta read the signpost in the correct order. Thankfully, the order is always the same. The downside is, if you're mashing through the text, it's very easy to accidentally read a sign twice. And if you read a sign twice, you gotta start over. Thankfully, aulos is doing really well here. Bamboo gets his dumb jump first try. Very nice. aulos only has a few signs left to go. We might even get overlap during the Best Song cutscene. And aulos' final sign right here. Going down into the musical depths. Here we go. So, everybody out there in the viewing audience, please remove your hats and rise for the national anthem. My soul is enriched with the frog's song of soul. So good. But you know what isn't good? Pieces of heart that have no clue or indication of where they might be. So you see aulos here, taking a really long swimming detour into the moat of Kenlet Castle. There's a piece of heart here. There is no indicator that it is where it is. There is no hint. There is no dialogue. There is absolutely nothing that tells you it is here. And there's no easy way of getting to this particular spot of water unless you swim all the way around the moat. So, it's very much one of those please buy the strategy guide heart pieces, and I hate it. The good news is, it's done now. And aulos is on his way to get his final picture. This is another one of those things that you need the magnifying lens for. If you walk in here without it, you're not going to see this Zora and you don't get the picture, and Link is apparently had enough of fish for one dream, and he's just not too happy to be here. Alright, so now it's time to finally do a little bit of dungeon sequence breaking here, because you might remember eons ago we did Dungeon 4. Now it's time to do Dungeon 6. No, really, Dungeon 6. So we're on our way to the Armos Maze, down to the Southern Face Shrine in order to get the Face Key. First, you gotta move around Armos, and you might remember Armos do 2 hearts of damage. They're pretty nasty, and with the red tunic, they can very easily ruin your day. Thankfully, with the help of the shield, aulos and Bamboo should be able to knock them all out of the way. Let's see if aulos goes for the fancy double bounce strat here. Oh, so good! Oh, so good! That double bounce just lightens my skin and waters my crops. Oh yes, that's what I like to see. Don't worry, hitting the Zools is preferable to hitting the Armos any day of the week. Here we go, on their way to fight Armos Knight. Thankfully, the Armos Knight is one of the bosses that's far easier with the red tunic. Normally you'd need to use spin slashes on him, but the effect of the red tunic makes Link's normal slashes behave like spin slashes. All you gotta do, just keep hitting him. Just keep hitting him. aulos, keep hitting him! Stop! Okay. Okay. Aulos just scared me. Like I said, one of the dangers of the red tunic is you take 2 hearts from these enemies, so if you get hit too many times, you can very easily die in the Armos maze. It's one of the most dangerous parts of the late game. Oh no, Aulos! I hope that was an intentional death. I think that may have been intentional. Opting just to kind of refill his hearts now. Even though there is a fairy fountain and a easy-to-get fairy at the start of Dungeon 6, opting just to not have to worry about the health leaving the Armos maze is probably a safe choice. Oh, interestingly, Aulos not opting to wall clip to get around that Armos right there. Alright, Bamboo also getting his key, now also making his way out of the Armos maze. Aulos the first one out, taking full advantage of the nonsense with the boomerang. Oh yes, blow up those bushes. Oh gosh, the bomb fairy. That bomb fairy loves to ruin your day. No problem though. Just has to do just has to handle the Zorlax jump underground, and he is on his way to the face shrine. Fun fact for anyone who's familiar with the no save and quit any percent, this is one of the spots where Bow Wow will eat the cutscene. Bow Wow will literally eat this cutscene. You don't have to watch it. It's actually pretty great. Now Dungeon 6. Mellow music, one of my favorites. Now, fun thing, now with the boomerang, sparks, no big deal. Just hit them with the boomerang, they turn into fairies. This dungeon is pretty straightforward. There's been routing changes through the years, but we have a pretty quick route. The only thing I gotta worry about is, have they been practicing their skill heads? Don't worry, I'll come back to that one. Just some underground maneuvering here. Gotta deal with some Wizrobes. They're easily the most annoying enemy in this dungeon. Making good use of the bow and arrow. And here it is, the level 2 power bracelet. It's not nearly as useful as you wish it would be, but it is what it is. Lets you pick up these big statues. And was Aulos trying to bomb trigger? Would that have done anything? I'm legitimately not sure what bomb triggering this room would do. If it would have opened the door, I would have just lost it a little bit. I'd been like, what? Now it's time for one of the coolest rooms. Just going to go into the next room, and there's a bunch of Wizrobes, but we're just going to take care of them all at once. It's a little bit harder with the red tunic because it gives you that knockback effect, but Aulos has the timing, has the skills, sends those Wizrobes back to the hell from which they came. Alright, doing some fancy some fancy super jumps to get on up here, and it's time to get the Nightmare Key. Everyone say hello to the one chest in the game that you open by throwing a pot at it. Sometimes violence really is the answer. Alright, Aulos doing that. Oh, opting to get that key there. That's surprising. Is he doing a different path? I'm actually not familiar with this one. Huh. Bamboo doing the more classic strat, flop clipping past this key block here to set up for that super jump as well. Now Aulos first to make it to the skill heads. Here we go. How many attempts is it going to take him? Uh-oh. 2, 3, third try. Okay. Okay, he did all right. Now let's see how Bamboo does. Let's see how Bamboo does. Bamboo famous for being the master of the skill heads. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 7th try, Bamboo! You have been neglecting your practice! Meanwhile, Aulos, taking out his aggressions on this poor face on the floor. This is Facade. Now, this game has one of the bad habits in this game is having boss hitboxes appear before the boss appears, so we can actually hit Facade 3 times before the fight even starts. And it takes 5 bombs, so that was Facade. Alright, Bamboo about to take care of Facade himself. Yeah, you thought Facade was easy here. Go watch Oracle of Seasons. You actually just hit him before he even starts playing the music. But with that, Aulos has himself a little bit of geometry, a little bit of musical geometry, Bamboo with his 5th hit right there, about to get his own triangle. Aulos already fading to white. And hey! Oh, but Aulos trying to set up to skip the owl cutscene. Unfortunately, no luck there, having to watch the owl flap in, flap out, and flap his gums. But that's okay, because we were about to get the ultimate payoff. It's time to go back to the Seashell Mansion, because they have 20 secret seashells. And you all know what the prize is for 20 secret seashells, right? That's right. It's time for the ultimate sword. The greatest sharp, pointy letter opener. The sword's so mighty, it doesn't come in a pedestal. It's made out of real lightning. Real lightning forged before your eyes. It can barely contain all its power as Link grabs it and it shoots laser beams! Look at this. You could put him right on that original Star Wars poster and he would not look out of place. That's why this is the best sword. Actually, hang on a second. I want to hear the lightning again. So good. So good. When I was a Wii Crunch, I actually, like, rewatched that cutscene like 10 times the first time I ever got 20 seashells. It's so good. But things will not go down from here. We're sitting at about an 11 on a scale of 1 to 10, and we're going to stay there. It's time for Dungeon 5. And let me tell you about Dungeon 5. You might remember you have to go fight some jerk named Master Stalfos who has stolen the hookshot, but nah. None of that. Instead, we're going to take advantage of the boomerang, again, the most powerful weapon in existence. And we're going to pull this lowly key. There's a key right here. If we pull it into the next room and pick it up the same frame we go through that transition, it'll turn to the hookshot. First try! Aulos getting first try early hookshot! Amazing! Oh! Well, the thing about that trick is, even if you do it perfectly, it's a 50-50 chance of it working, and Aulos gets it first try. That's spectacular. Let's see if Bamboo can do the same here. Oh man, he's having a great run right now. Get an early rooster skip, get an early hookshot, first try. Oh yeah, and here's Master Stalfos. He's a jackass, don't worry about him. Just gonna knock him into the corner. We're not even gonna waste bombs on him. Hit him with sword beams. Wow, only takes 3, Aulos only takes 4. Aulos hits him with a whole lot more. Alright, here you go, BambooShadow, come on. Alright, Bamboo, you can do this. Double first try! Double first try! At least I hope that was. I got distracted for a moment. I was a little bit too excited. That was second try. Still. Okay, I'm gonna go with Spice on this one. Technically, double first try does equal second try, so I'm gonna go with that. I'm just having a good time, everybody. Don't mind me. But still, second try, early hookshot. You can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that. We've been seeing folks get 4th try, 6th try in this tournament. So getting first or second try, you're happy with that. You are absolutely happy with that. Alright, look. I'm not a mathematician, I'm an engineer. And this is what we call an engineering close enough. So, there you go. But anyways, speaking of counting, it's time for Wall Snake, or I forget what his other name is. This guy's kind of sucks, because even though you have level 2 sword and the red tunic, he doesn't go by damage, he goes by number of hits, so you have to hit him 8 times no matter what. And you might remember that I said that red tunic gives enemies extra invincibility frames, which means it's a little bit harder to get 4 hits per cycle, so you want to try to hit him 4 times. It's going to be rough. Oh, Aulos getting those 4 hits, real nice. That is not easy to do. He has to get can he do the 2 cycle? Oh no! Oh god, that's 7 hits. Aulos better be careful. Okay, you got lucky there. Once you hit Wall Snake 7 times, he sometimes pulls out fake snakes, and those just waste seconds. You don't want to get that. Aulos got fortunate, though. Didn't get those fake snakes. Now he's on his way to get himself a marimba. I like that jingle. Alright, let's see how Bamboo does. Oh no! Oh, Bamboo forgetting to plan his hook shot! Oh no, Bamboo! Oh, that was good positioning too! Oh no, Bamboo! He's probably not feeling real good right now. He gets 4 hits though! Very nice. Can he do it again? Oh gosh, he's just not getting into position quite fast enough. This is a really unfortunate fight for him. Oh gosh, he's at 7 hits as well, so here we go. It's up to luck now. Okay. Once again, not having any fake snakes. That's what we like to see. Alright, so here's the thing now. It looks like oh wait, no, that's right. Aulos did early rooster skip. So Aulos actually has a bigger lead than it looks like, because Bamboo still has to go do rooster skip right now. Aulos already did it. It's going to be interesting to see how the last 2 dungeons play out, because now they're going to go into the mountains, and they are not going to leave until it's over. So that means Aulos is going to have to do a bomb trigger coming up here to get a piece of heart, and then have to do himself another obstacle skip. Alright, gets in position, and get the extra buffer, and there we go. There we go. No problem. Bamboo teleporting up to Mambo's pond. Uh-oh. Also, it's a little bit too low, it looks like. Oh! Oh! Manually set it up. He's like, nah. I could just charge for the block. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not today. Not like this. Aulos heading straight to Dungeon 7. He doesn't need to go do Rooster Skip. He already did it. Ooh! Now, BambooShadow, he knows the fast strat, though. So even though he has to do Rooster Skip, he knows how to do it very, very quickly, unbuffered. But that doesn't mean it's easy, though. Not by a long shot, because with global frame rules and just any number of things that can go wrong, Bamboo can do it very quickly, or he could just have the game say no. Only time will tell, and we're hoping it goes well for him, though. Alright, so Bamboo's setting up for that bomb trigger, while Aulos is almost up to Dungeon 7, the Eagle's Tower. Let's see if Bamboo can get his second obstacle skip here. Looks good. Gets it. We're 4 for 4 obstacle skip. Everybody gets to keep talking in the Discord. That's Eagle's Tower spinning around just like a real tower. Alright, so Bamboo gonna set up to his unbuffered Rooster Skip here real quick. First jump looks good. Here we go. Oh! Oh my goodness, that is as good of a Rooster Skip as you would hope to see. 1 extra hook shot, but still, that is super fast. Beautifully done. Meanwhile, no time to waste dwelling on that, because Aulos is already setting up for his bomb triggers here. Dungeon 7 is very much a dungeon that is broken completely by bomb triggers. Because the game wants you to take this big metal ball around and use it to break pillars, but guess what? Elsa's round. Yeah, bombs. So we're just going to use those, just like that. 3 pillars out of 4 done. Just go through this. Aulos, what are you doing? Okay, there we go. And there you go. 4-story tower is now a 3-story tower. Thanks for playing. Alright. Bit of naked super jumping here, and Aulos is already on his way to the 3rd floor. Oh, that was high. That's another Hinox. We never fight him. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Alright, now, I expect both of them to go for the trick called Goomba Surf up here, which is the fastest way to get up to the boss on the roof. But it's a little bit dependent on luck, and Aulos getting the perfect Goomba positioning! Yes! Oh, it's so good! We're getting some fantastically good luck in this race. Let's hope it works out for Bamboo as well. Alright, now fun thing here, we're going to be doing a strat that's a little bit different than what you might be used to seeing at any percent. Because it turns out that if you save and quit once, for some reason, the game lets you hookshot off the bottom of the screen. And it lets you wrap around to hit the eagle, just like that. And the eagle's dead. The eagle is dead. I'd say the eagle has landed, but he isn't going to land because he's dead. Oh, oh, that perfect hookshot timing. Aulos just doing all this swag. He's doing real well. And Bamboo making his way through Dungeon 7 just as smoothly. Look at that. 2 pillars already done. Trying to do his one on... Oh, getting it on the screen transition for the 3rd pillar. Real nice. Aulos having his synthesizer right here. Gonna do some sweet jams. Aulos finishing D7 as Bamboo shrinks the tower down by 1 floor. More save and quit shenanigans to avoid falling down that pit. You don't want to fall down that pit. Now let's see if Bamboo has equally good luck with Goomba Surf, because there's a backup strat which is 100% consistent called P-Hat Jump. But, Goomba Surf is definitely faster if you can get it quickly. Meanwhile, Aulos already on his way to Dungeon 8. So let's see how Bamboo does with the Goombas here. Oh, having a little bit of trouble getting into position. Come on, Bamboo. Come on, Bamboo. I believe in you. Oh gosh, Bamboo. Okay, there we go. Oh no, the Goombas! They're going the wrong way! Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Alright, is Aulos setting up for... Oh, I thought he was going to try to set up for Zoomerang. Instead, he's just going to do the traditional jump. Leave Marin behind, break my heart. Do it, why don't you? Not even mad. I need a moment. Bamboo, oh no. He's in too deep, he's committed. Oh no! He accidentally clipped out of the wall when he got the Goomba where he wanted. Oh no, Bamboo. I'm so sorry. Aulos, meanwhile, dodging cabbages. On his way to the final visit with Mad Batter right here. I don't even know. I think at this point Bamboo might just be... He's just determined. Okay, there we go. Finally getting it. Unfortunately, that was a massive time loss. Things are looking pretty bleak for our friend BambooShadow. Meanwhile, Aulos finally getting that powder upgrade, because we can't get away without getting that junk. That's actually what Mad Batter says. What are you going to do with carrying around all that junk? Well, it turns out we're going to sprinkle it on things. That's what you do with pocket sand. Alright, Bamboo setting up to whack the eagle from off-screen, just like that. And Aulos setting up for flame skip, just like that. Turns out, even though we have the level 2 sword, it's still faster just to do the any percent strat. Just clip into the wall and charge past the flame. A little bit more shenanigans with bombs here. We could use the Frog Song of Soul, but why, when Link is more comfortable playing his instrument of choice? I've heard that his performances are very entertaining. The New York Times had to say about Link's performance at Carnegie Hall, it was a blast. But here we are, Dungeon 8, the final dungeon. Now, casually, this dungeon is kind of awful. It's huge, it's labyrinthine, but turns out there's a lot of holes you can explode in the walls. And we know where they all are, which makes this dungeon a lot shorter, a lot more manageable. And we're going to see Aulos here, in fact, do some shenanigans with the hookshot and the feather. You jump and hookshot, just like that, you can flop clip past that block, and ta-da! Just like that, you skipped a huge chunk of Dungeon 8. It's time already to go get the dungeon item. And hey, it's Blano! You might remember this fellow from, he's in Oracle of Seeds as well, with red gloves. Many and many a day ago, eons before the present day, legends speak of a time we were able to skip Blano. But then, the change came, and that change forever altered the way out-of-bound rules are handled. And since that day, Blano could no longer be skipped. Some say that someday, a brave soul will come and restore the rules to the way they once were. Or maybe not, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is we can't skip Blano anymore because we cannot go out of bounds to get around him, so just gotta fight him. Just gotta fight him. Alright, Aulos heading outside using the boomerang, jumping boomerang in the heart. And just like that, he's got the last heart piece. Only one heart container to get from beating the Dungeon 8 boss, and he will be at full health. Unfortunately, Aulos having a little bit of trouble grabbing whatever you heck you call this guy. I don't even remember what they're called. They're annoying is what they are. Bamboo getting himself the powder, and Aulos about to face off against Q-Ball, the mini-boss we did not fight in Dungeon 4. That was Q-Ball. Merry Christmas. And Aulos, for some reason, opting to take a little bit of a lava bath. I guess he needed a break. Before heading up into the Roomba room. Because as you know, pits are dirty, and the Roomba will clean them up. Oh, yes, that's what we like to see. Fun thing about this room, the directions in which you jump and the directions in which you move the Roomba, there are multiple possible ways of doing it, so you'll often see 5 different runners will each have their own particular way of doing it, which is kind of neat, actually. Alright, Bamboo waking up the turtle, stepping into Dungeon 8 for himself. Aulos already on his way to fight Hothead, though, the boss. So he's definitely having the edge here, and the magic rod will make it easier. Just has to do one Jesus jump on the lava here, then super jump up to the door, and let's see how Hothead treats him. Hothead's pretty of a tricky boss, because there's a little bit of a... If you miss your shots with the magic rod, the flame limits the number of shots you can have on screen. Is Aulos going to get the one cycle? He does! Aulos gets the one cycle on Hothead. That is such a clean fight. Such a clean fight. It's not going to get much better than that. And Aulos. Oh no, Aulos. Run invalidated, not getting the most important trick. No, no, no. Do not like. I sure hope Bamboo remembers, otherwise we'll have to invalidate his run as well. But the simple fact of the matter is, that's the last instrument. That's the 8th instrument. Aulos is already on his way to the Windfish's egg. So, you might be saying, Windfish's egg, great, they have the magnifying glass. They just gotta do is go to the library and get the path through the egg, right? Nah. Nah. We could do that, but why? Because here's the fun thing about the path through the egg. It's generated when you read the book. So if you don't read the book, it's at its default state. And guess what? We know what that default state is, so we're just going to use it. We're just going to use it. Left, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. But first, Aulos is going to serenade our ears with his soulful bomb rendition of the Ballad of the Windfish. Oh, that performance was dynamite! Oh god, the owl, you couldn't just leave us alone, could you? But here we go, into the egg. So, before we start the nightmare fight, there's one more bomb trigger Aulos is going to try to do. As he falls into the pit that takes him to the final fight, he has to start mashing those bombs. Oh gosh, Bamboo, meanwhile, having some trouble with Hothead here. Oh goodness, had a little bit of trouble getting to... Oh... Yeah, unfortunately, Bamboo not having a very good Hothead fight here. Thankfully, getting it past the first phase and finishing him off, but oh my goodness. Alright, Aulos getting that bomb trigger, skipping the music trigger and the dialogue. Nice setting up for a trick called Blob Quick Kill here, which is a vertical frame perfect. I think he's in good shape here. And he gets it. Nice. Now on to the... Ooh, Bamboo validating his run, getting that Wang Boys! But we can't worry about Wang Boys now, because Aulos is about to face off against the true final boss. I'm, of course, talking about Aghanim. Because in this game, unlike Link to the Past, Aghanim does not have a cap on the number of blue balls he can give you. The first 2 are free hits, but after that, it can be infinite blue balls. We'll see. Aulos, so far, 3 for 3 yellow balls. Can he finish with 0 blue balls? He can! He can! Aulos can, in fact, get 0 blue balls. Can he get the Moldorm quick kill? Looks good. He's just tearing through it. Is he going to go for the Deathel skip? I think he is. He is! He's going for it! Oh, he's opting not to. Oh, yes, he is. There he goes. Come on, come on. Looking for a specific pixel. Does not get it. He's gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Thankfully, the old-fashioned way is made a lot easier by the usage of the most powerful weapon. Because it turns out you could use 16 arrows, or you can just hit him in the stupid eye with the boomerang once. And just like that, Aulos taking Deathel and saying, "Get out of here, nerd. I'm gonna shove you in a locker and put this run to rest." And just like that, with the fade to white, Aulos is done. And he is our winner here today with an official SRL time of 1:20:39. What an excellent run. Aulos, here he is now, the legend. Congratulations.
Yo, thanks. Thanks a lot.
That was... You had some spectacular luck, and you pulled off early Rooster skip. How do you feel about that whole thing? It was just... From where I was sitting, it was a great run.
It was a May run, to be honest. The beginning of the run was very good, like, until Dungeon 2. I don't know what happened in Dungeon 2, it was horrible. And then, after Dungeon 2, I saw Bamboo was ahead of me. And I was like, okay, I just need to play properly on the Otherworld, because I know I have a very, very good Otherworld movement. And at some point, maybe Bamboo's Dungeon 3 wasn't that good, because I know I was ahead of him after that. Just doing the quick check right here.
Yeah, early on you were both very, very close, but it seems like, for example, in Dungeon 2 you had a little bit of trouble with the ghosts, and then Dungeon 3 Bamboo missed a Dongo skip once and had to reset the room.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, you actually were very close, but very much back and forth early on.
Yeah, I didn't really watch the stream at the very beginning of the run, so all I know is I had a sub 630 Dungeon 1, which is pretty... Well, it's good for a tourney, you know?
Yeah.
So... I felt, well, my problem is when I'm in a race, I have a lot of tensions in my hands, so I guess that's what happened in Dungeon 2. But then I tried to cool down a bit, and yeah. And
it worked.
Other than that, my early Rooster skip was, well, my first jump I just failed because I was completely clipped in the wall, so I couldn't get past the other pit. Oh, Bamboo finished.
Well, spoilers. They can't see it yet. Oh, he's going for a Deathel skip as well. See if he can get it. He does. He gets it. He gets it. So give it a second here. He got Deathel skip.
Nice.
Nicely done. And
yeah, I completely failed my Deathel skip. That was horrible.
We saw you try for it.
Yeah, I wasn't in a good when dashing into Ganon. I wasn't in the right spot, so I completely failed everything. Yay, GG.
Yeah, Bamboo finishing with an official SRL time of 1:23:39. So GG to BambooShadow, finishing off with a Deathel skip, getting 4 blue balls unfortunately, but still. Bamboo.
What up?
Hey,
GG.
GG,
Good evening,
my friends.
Yeah, GG Aulos. That was a pretty good race from you, man.
Yeah, I was on a PB pace until probably Dungeon 7 or so. And then I failed enter D8 and D8.
Oh yeah, been there, done that.
So yeah, I've been asking, talking to Aulos about how he felt about his run. Bamboo, how do you feel about your run? It seems that you had a pretty strong start, but then just something just kind of started falling apart there near like the middle or the end.
Yeah, it's like almost all of my races, except the one against Spirista, I guess that was pretty good. But like, begin is sort of okay. I was really surprised about the rupee RNG, but I guess Aulos has sick rupee RNG as well.
Yeah, you both were entered the shop probably about 2 seconds apart.
That's so sick.
Nice.
Especially with the race, you know.
Yeah.
No Entity 1 Reki, that one has Aulos still. But yeah, I don't know, like, it started with like this long enter D4 split when I just realized that I'm so rusty because I was bonking everywhere, and it was all these little things that were just adding up and made me lose time. And I realized that, and it made me kind of angry, you know, but still trying to focus on the run and everything. And yeah, like, it started kind of falling apart with the early magnifying lens. I screwed up that one big time. And yeah, after that, my motivation was like half gone. I was still eager to like get a good time then, but you know, after the bad boomerang, I was like, ah. But yeah, I just like had some good splits in there, and yeah, D7 screwed me up entirely. I had a really good rooster skip, man. I'm so proud about that.
Oh, that was a beautiful rooster skip.
How was it? Was it double firsties?
No, it was like one extra hook, you know. The first one was perfect, I guess, and the second one was one extra hook, but it was really clean. So I'm like, you know, I'm happy about that. And I got that full skip. That's always cool.
I saw on the chat you had a second try early hook shot as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's sick, man.
Yeah, but you actually got so fast I thought you had gotten it first try.
Yeah, that's sick RNG, man. The early shop. I don't know how your early rooster skip went.
Oh, it was not very good. But I failed my first jump, so I couldn't, you know, get over the wall. So I had to reset.
Oh, okay.
I mean, to just quit.
Save and quit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, that strat is so risky. I'm not gonna do that. But
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. But aside from that, I got my 6 setup again. I definitely have to check that out. I'm totally guessing that there's a setup I'm doing for the first try. What is it called? Villa skip.
Yeah, you got a 1 buffer Villa skip, and I was losing it over here when I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my Villa skip was so bad. Oh my god. I failed 2 times and then I got a first buffer.
Oh, nice one. Well, I mean, like, high risk, high reward and whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I'm actually, I was actually expecting that because Aulos is obviously the better player with movement and all his stuff. Like, I guess Aulos has really probably the best movement in all of Link's Awakening and Link's Awakening DX speedrun in the speedrun community. So if he's prepared, and I guess he is these days with 100%, it's really no shame losing against him. So once again, congrats.
Yeah, thanks a lot, dude. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, but
hopefully
it was
we'll meet again in the loser brackets in
yeah,
one match or two.
I was just about to say, if there's gonna be a third race in the loser bracket, I'm gonna prepare like hell. Can't be sure about that. I'm gonna be grinding non-stop 24/7, 100%. I'm gonna like take a few days off from work just to practice. You know, I'm not standing the third time this humiliation. You know.
We'll see that. We'll see that.
I guess we'll have to wait and see how the bracket plays out, because I'm looking at it right now, and with the results of this race, Aulos, you're going to go on ahead to face off against Vlak in round 2, and that's
easy peasy.
Have fun with that.
That's going to be a good race. And then you're going to be facing off against Green Tunic.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
both of those should be pretty great.
Yeah, I might have a shot there, actually, I guess. Even though I don't know how GT is like practice-wise these days with 100%. So it can be still a close one. And 100% RNG can screw you over any time throughout the run. So like, especially in this like final with the final 8 players, I guess there's basically everything possible in every race, you could say.
Yeah, considering how close a lot of y'all are with just PBs and just how you've been playing, I mean, it really sometimes just does come down to who gets an early hook shot, who gets fewer blue balls. And races have been decided on less. But that's all I have as far as questions. Aulos, Bamboo, you guys have any other thoughts, any other words about what you're looking forward to?
One thing. I completely failed the zoom run over Marine's Bridge just because I got afraid because of what happened to me yesterday that I posted in Discord.
So having that said, you didn't fail it as much as in the clip, I guess. Well, I mean, like that's like pulling a Kranzoon right there. That's what we call pulling a Kranzoon.
Oh yeah, God.
Yeah, he was on PB pace also, and he like just jumped too high like you did, and you grabbed Marin, and yeah. Have fun with
My
the
big
cuts.
problem is when I do fail, like it's the worst fails you can do.
Yeah, it's high risk, high reward throughout, I guess. Yeah, but anyhow, thanks all for the nice race. I'm happy we did this.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And thanks Crunchy for the commentaries.
It was a lot of fun. And for those of you out there, you don't follow Aulos and Bamboo yet, you should do it because they're both great. Like, they're both fantastic.
Thank you so much. I guess we can do this and that. There we go.
There we go. For those of you who are wondering what else we got going on in Speed Gaming, starting in 25 minutes on this very channel, we have some Link to the Past rando. So if you want some bit more of that Zelda fix, you can stay here. Or if you don't want to wait that long, you can go over to Speed Gaming 2, where there is a Link to the Past rando starting right now. And then later on, we have more randos. Got some Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on SG3, some Celeste on SG4, and some Zelda 1 scattered out all over the place. So all sorts of things happening on Speed Gaming today. And if you want some more Link's Awakening DX, though, oh boy, we have you covered with that too. We have all your needs met right here, right now. We have tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. We have Sagas versus Spirister. That one's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, always fun to watch those guys run, especially Sagas.
Spirister is blue tuning, right?
Yeah, a double red tunic race today. I haven't had one of those in a while.
Yeah, actually, I was trying to get the blue tunic, but I didn't remember, for the sake of it, what to choose with the text boxes there. And then I sort of ended up in a circle, and I, eventually chose the red tunic, I guess.
Well. I mean, I wouldn't expect either of you to have a problem regardless of what tunic you picked. You both know your way around the game very, very well.
Thank you.
But that's about all I got. Guys, gents, got any final words?
Bring back Devil Skip.
Best song is Frog Song.
Wait, Death'll Skip? You mean a Blano Skip?
Nah, I'm just memeing.
Oh my god. My mean game.
I meant like the classic Devil Skip I just did, like the cool guys like Say and Sagas, they're like doing the swag newer Devil Skip. But I'm like the old school, I'm like doing the sort of safer Devil Skip.
I didn't even know there was more than one.
No, God, this is like it's the worst trick, but whatever.
Okay.
Screw me.
All right, but everybody, thank you so much for watching. It was a great race, and we wouldn't be able to do this without you all here to support us. So thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.